for you. This is one of the oft repeated shlok of Bhagavad Gita. Again, not to be forgotten that it's a part of Rajaguhya Vidya. So a shlok that in a very simple terms appears to say the Lord takes care of everybody and everything at a very, very superficial level. And then when one starts dissecting the words for the sake of Lakshanartha, that is where we come to know the Gambhirata or the depth of the Shloka meaning. There is a condition that the Lord is putting to take care of his devotee. I shall take care of you. I shall give you what you want. And I shall ensure that what you have got will not be taken away from you. Yoga and Kshema. Aprapyasya prapti prityarthe yam yam yatnaha kurute. Whatever you shall be doing the efforts to obtain that which you have not yet obtained will form a form of yoga. So I shall help you in that. And once you achieve, you shall always be having a fear of losing it. I shall ensure that you will not lose it. But for that, a condition has been put. Ananyas chintayanto is the condition. Irrespective of whether you are doing any act for me as a target or goal and objective, or the worldly object as a target or goal or objective, in either case, Ananyas chintayanto mam, Ananyas chintayanto is required. Ananya is the word. A lot of emphasis has been given by the speakers as well as by the Bhagavad Gita as well as by the commentators. How the word has come? Ana, anyaha, ananyaha. Sandhi is ana, anyaha. Anya word itself is a sandhi. A plus nyaha is anyaha. A means not to, prohibitory word. Nyaha comes from nayate, to take somebody somewhere. Na aneya is nyaha. Don't bring, don't carry is a nyaha. In the Vedic terms, the word anyaha at the Vedic times was used for not to bring a durjana to the home. Anyaha, that means don't bring a durjan to the home. Why? He is not one amongst you, he is other. That is how later on by tradition anyaha became word for other. Other means the one who is not welcome. There is a negative connotation associated with the word anyaha, which the English language cannot translate. The word for anyaha in English is other. Other means that which is different, but it is not the only meaning. There is a derogatory sentiment involved in the word anyaha. And ananyaha, there is a dvirukti of negativity. Not doing what not to be done. Not doing what not to be done is ananyaha. Why so much of explanation? Because English is a very weak language when it comes to interpretation in front of Sanskrit. Ananyaha is one word, because Panini Maharaj has described this word in his 3rd chapter of his Ashtadhyayi. Because it is come from Panini Maharaj, the Sanskrit word Ananyaha carries a meaning which only Ananyaha can communicate. For us to know the meaning of Ananyaha, we have to go circuitous route through the English. So Ananyaha, in two ways this Ananyaha can happen. What are the two ways? No one other than me. Anyaha can be only me, nobody else. And me means myself. So thinking of me as self only, as Gurudev has said. And the other is non-separate. Both are indicating upasana. Ananya word has two meanings as said by Gurudeva. Both the meanings, first meaning is me as self and nobody else. And second meaning is not separated, one pointed. Both are pointing to upasana. The first type, when you think that there is no one except me, that means ananya, that means self, that means me as self, is called ahangraha upasana. Grahita, the one who thinks or presumes that he is the Lord, he is the self. I am the Vishnu. This way the upasana can be done. It is called ahangra upasana. It is uccha upasana compared to the pratika upasana. The second upasana, non-separate, is pratika upasana. Putting Bhagavan Shri Ram in front of me in my manasa puja or my physical idol in front of me. In either cases, I focus on these two as no other thing. That means non-separate. Everything is now only and only Lord Sri Rama, which I am holding in my brain, in my thoughts, or in that murti. It is called pratika upasana. So pratikopasana or ahangraha upasana, one who does ananyas chinta. Chinta is reflection. This is a word again prevailing during Vedic period. From the word chit, the word has come. Chinta is to reflect. Unfortunately, we reflect a lot about the worldly things. So the chinta word as worry has come only by transmutation. The original chinta word is chintanam. We must understand that thoughts usually travel in certain stages. First, you think, then you reflect about what you have thought. Reflecting on a thought requires comparative and differential analysis. It is a self-effort in dissecting a singular thought in order to derive differential analytical approach so that the thought can be well thought. This is called chintana. After the chintanam is done, one comes to know the kernel of the thought or the inner core of the thought. That inner core of the thought is the essence of thought process. That essence of thought process, when it is continuously reverberated on the walls of the mind, so that the echo of that thinking process continues to reverberate for a longer period, it is called mananam. And the one who does the mananam is called Muni. But that mananam should not be of the samsarika or the worldly things, because mananam and chintanam of the worldly things can give us only worldly experience, but it is ultimately going to destroy us because it is preyas. So the one who thinks of the shreyas, meaning the one who thinks of the atmajnana and does the mananam and chintanam, such a person who does this kind of mananam is called Muni, because manana trayate iti munihi. And trayatvata is only in atmajnana thinking. And that thinking which is done can be done in two ways, as we described earlier. Hey Arjuna, one who thinks of me like this, in this manner of ananya chintayantaha, by keeping me as the goal, mam. So the one whose goal is mam in the form of pratik or in the form of ahangraha. But mam, not anything else in this world. And what is mam? Mam is something that is not connected with trigunas. Because mam means me, I am beyond the trigunas. So the one who is able to, not everyone is able to, one who is able to contemplate upasana upon me in any of these two forms, ananya, but not only sporadically, on a continuing basis, taila dharavat. And it should be in the all aspect. So upasana has got aspects on all its sides. Pari upasate is paryupasate. Paryupasate, paryu is the sandhi. Now we are trying to study Sanskrit. Sandhi is something, this is called swara sandhi. Pari ends with the varna e, pari. Upasate starts with u. When e and u comes together, it becomes a sandhi called yana sandhi. E, u, ru, ru, etebhya, varnebhya, यदा असवर्ण स्वरः परभवति तदा एतेषां स्थाने क्रमेण य व र ल वर्णः आदेशः भवन्ति. This is the rule for yana sandhi. So pari e upasate u becomes paryu. Ya comes in yana sandhi. Paryupasate, pari means all around. Paricharika. A nurse is called paricharika. That is again the difference between English and Sanskrit. What is nurse? We don't know how the word has come. Nurse is somebody who nurses the wound. But in Sanskrit, she is the one who takes care of the person all around. Pari, all around, paricharika. For the welfare of that person in an all-round manner. So pari, paryavekshak. We have invigilator in this examination. Pariveksha, the one whose eyes are everywhere is invigilator. Paryavekshak, pari. So pari upasate meaning in all aspects of upasana, one who is devoted to me without having any diversion of his attention, Arjuna, tesham, shashti, bahuvachan. Tesham, or to all those of them, nityabhiyuktanam, again shashti. Nitya abhiyukta, nitya constant basis. Taila dharavat, constant basis. Abhiyukta. Yukta is to join the one who is absorbed in me on a constant basis in a lively manner. Abhijita, the one who constantly wins. There is a continuity, and the continuity doesn't have any gaps. So satatam. So tesham nityam abhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. I shall take care of, as Shankaracharya has mentioned in his commentary, yoga and the kshema. Yoga is what? The desire to obtain something is always there in the one who has a desire, because he is incomplete. A complete one has no desire. So Brahma or Atman has no desire. Desire is sin kanan of upadhi. Maya, in the Maya, realm of Maya, those delimited adjuncts or upadhis or jivas who are there shall always be having Ichha Shakti as a desire that is being thrown. You shall continue to desire till you become God, because God is desireless. That is the reason why a Sufi asks, ये तमन्ना है कि आजादे तमन्ना रहूं. Lord, my prayer is to become desireless, is my desire. This in Shastriya Samvad, it is called Samvadi Brahma. When this Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam is there, can I sit absolutely relaxed saying that he will take care of me? The experience is he doesn't take care of me. That means he takes care of us through two ways. For the Jnani, he has a different rule. For the Ajnani, he has a different rule. We all are Ajnani. So for us, the rule is very simple. The Lord shall help, provided it will be done through the self-effort. When we want to really try hard in examination, who gives the guarantee that the success will be coming to him? One who works hard gets good marks in the examination. Who brought this rule? This is because the Lord is making this rule happen, that the one who is working hard, his yoga and kshema, the success in examination, shall be looked after by me. All the universal and fundamental rules of karma and karma phala is the greatest gift of Lord to all the incomplete jivas. If I keep propitiating Lord Krishna and I realize that Krishna never comes, I'll be completely lost. But call him from the bottom of the heart and he will come. Is yoga kshemam arranged by the Lord through the self-effort of the bhakta. However, for the jnani, since the ahankara is completely gone, since nishkama karma is the nature of such a person, the Lord does not ask also to do any effort. He does the effort for the sake of the devotee. A classical example is of Draupadi. Much after the Mahabharata, when they were sitting sometime in the evening, relaxing in the Raja Prasad, Draupadi asked Krishna that, Lord, you helped me, but why did you compelled me to go through such a heinous act of somebody taking away my clothes? You should have come immediately and stopped whatever happened. And the Lord said, Putri, when your clothes were taken off, What were you thinking? You thought of your husbands first, looked at them, they will save you. Then you challenge the consciousness of the people present, thinking that somebody will come and save you. I was still there in Mathura watching you. The moment you said that now there is only Krishna and nobody else can save me, instantly I was there. What happened to the Yogakshema? The first was with the self-effort. The second one was because a jnani recalls the Lord with nishkam antakarana. At that point of time, it becomes imperative on the part of the Lord, or the compulsory on the part of the Lord to take care of the bhakta. The moment Bhakta Prahlada was thrown into the fire, it is Lord's duty to save Bhakta Prahlada, not Bhakta Prahlada's duty to even request. That is called adhikar. Jnanottara bhakti sampanna adhikari, Bhakta Pundalik, even asked Vitthal to wait. Because I'm tending to my parents, you better wait. You may be Vitthal. Tukaram Maharaj had authority to even call Vitthal by a very bad first name, Vitya. It is a slang for Vitthal. But Tukaram Maharaj used it and also told Vitthala that Vitthala, what is your value? You have no value if I am not there, because I am the Bhakta. That's why you have some value. That is called Bhakta Adhikar. For such Bhaktas, Bhagavanta looks after the Yogakshema. He doesn't have to do any self-effort. All the people of the village, they immersed whatever was written in the praise of Lord Vitthala. Entire scripture or whatever written by Tukaram Maharaj was thrown into the river. And Tukaram Maharaj felt very offended that I was praising Lord, and what is this? The Lord had to come. Even the paper which could have dissolved in the water was taken out, and the whole thing was given back to Tukaram Maharaj. And this could happen because a Jnani's Yogakshema is looked after by the Lord, for the Ajnani's Yogakshema is looked after by Lord through self-effort. So those stupids who feel that Lord will look after me and look after me, and they are in the fool's paradise. And that is why consistency of willing and thinking and pouring out ourselves with singleness of the purpose in meeting the situation in all its entirety are the main secrets that are revealed here. Rajaguhya Yoga. Vadanti Shastrani Yajantu Devata Bhajantu Devani Atma Ekkena Bodha Vinapi. The mukti is not possible only by reading scriptures. Panditya is possible. A powerful oratory is of no consequence unless the effort is poured into what is happening. And that is why the secret that is told in Rajaguhya Adhyaya is, whatever you do, it is the Lord that is making it happen. The biggest dacoity also is by Lord's blessing. Because those dacoits are using extreme power of concentration, alertness, subtleness. All that requires enormous concentration. And when concentration is there, it is upasana done in a wrong way. A corrupt person does a lot of upasana in hiding what he has actually taken as a corruption. There also he is able to do it because of the Lord only. Although the intention, the process is completely adharmi. That is why one has to understand that concentration in day-to-day life and concentration in upasana for the Atmagyan differs only in the intensity. The process remains the same. And that is why spirituality must and always starts at day-to-day life. I am diabetic. I have been told not to eat sweets. But what to do? I feel like, the other day the uncle came and he brought some sweets and I ate. You do not have the determination of the mind, the nischaya, even for your own sake of your own health. What determination you will have when you will sit in dhyana? How can you do dhyana? Impossible. While cooking one particular vyanjan in the kitchen, 10 utensils are dropped and 10 times the sound is made because there is no focus. Either the milk will boil over. If you cannot concentrate on your day-to-day things, you cannot do with concentration. There is no scope, no hope of doing higher concentrations. That's why Lord says, whether you are worshipping the lesser gods, and when we say lesser gods, the same almighty consciousness which is there in the Brahma or Atma manifests as Upadhi with higher powers compared to us. As compared to an ant, we are godlike because we have lot of manifestations of Lord's consciousness compared to an ant. But compared to us, we are ants compared to the deities like Lakshmi, Saraswati, Brahma, Indra, Vishnu. Singular potencies of consciousness given divine duties. Surya Devata, divine duty of providing light. Surya is Deva, Devata. So if I propitiate Surya Devata, I shall also become somebody similar to Surya Devata. And one day Surya Devata is also going to get over in life. I shall also get over. A further lesser god than that, lesser blessings will be done. Are we not worshipping Lord Lakshmi when we are constantly struggling and striving to make more money, and we really get more money? Means Lakshmi Mata is prasanna and we do Lakshmi Pujan in Diwali. It is worshipping the lesser deity, getting the lesser returns, lasting for a lesser time. Ye api A plus A becomes double A. So, ye api anya devata bhakta yajante, those who worship others, Shraddhaya, Trutiya Vibhakti, instrumental case. With the help of Shraddha, those who worship lesser gods, Anya Devata, te api mameva kaunteya yajanti avidhi purvakam. Arjuna, that concentration which he is doing while studying for the exam or while doing a dacoity is the same concentration I need to obtain me also. Only thing is that is unit of 2, I require 2000 concentration. But the type of concentration, intensity and magnitude varies. The type is essentially same. So when they are asking for the lesser favors, the request and the application given to the district level for allotting a land, it's same as the application given to the Prime Minister for the land. Only difference is Prime Minister will allot you a couple of acres of land, while the district collector will give you only 1 acre of the land. Application remains the same. Concentration remains the same, the intensity varies. That is why those who do not understand that instead of worshipping these district collectors, it is better to directly reach to the Prime Minister. Instead of worshipping the Devatas, it is better to directly do the Upasana of the Nirguna Brahma than getting caught into Saguna Brahma, Vishkaras or Vibhutis and becoming that Vibhuti, which is again time bound. maybe billions of years, far, far bigger than a human life, but still limited, Santa, not Ananta. That is why, Arjuna, I call that one as Avidhi Purvakam, without having the knowledge of what he is doing. Nothing wrong with doing wrong, the materialistic thing in life. Lord is not against that. He is against the fact that, please understand, you are struggling for 80 long years to make your life beautiful by earning a lot of things. It is adorable. But there is something much more adorable. Same act you do. Run behind the money. Here you run behind the Lord. That is little more difficult than what you are doing. But I can assure you, your running will not be of any significance because you will be born again. Once you run to me, there is no further birth. So Arjuna, please stop Avidhi Purvakam Puja, and what you do? Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Paryupasate. Nitya Abhiyukta. Be Nitya Abhiyukta. Nitya Paryupasate. Ananyas Chintayanta Purvakaha. Mom, only me. That is where your welfare is. Hari Om.